So recently, Relic just announced that they are releasing a remastered definitive edition of the original Dawn of War. Like, the game is probably out by the time I upload this video. So basically, Relic has had a not so good time this past decade. I'm not blaming Sega, but the games they released under them were simply just subpar compared to the games they worked on when they were under THQ. Shit, that was more than a decade ago. But just last year, Relic finally split with Sega and is now their own independent company. Now, does this herald the engoodening of Relic? I have absolutely no clue, but at least they are trying to make a return to form, playing it safe for now and remastering a classic that every Dawn of War fan is overzealous for. But I'm not really here to talk about the game. Everyone who's played Dawn of War 1 already knows what this game is all about, and are probably already enjoying themselves with the definitive edition right now. Instead, I wanted to speculate on the future of Relic based on what they're working on and why they're starting with this one. So while I'm a huge fan of the studio and have basically kept a close eye on them since Company of Heroes 1, it's hard to deny that the modern Relic Entertainment has since lost a lot of its spark that made a lot of their first entries to be remembered as one of the best games ever made. And I'm thinking they decided to work on Dawn of War 1 to find that spark, like a thesis or a research paper if you will. And instead of simply writing documents about what made Dawn of War great, they're taking the proactive approach and decided to actually work on the game again this time around to not only drive interest back to the franchise, get some good boy points from the community, and earn money while doing so, but also to look back on their roots and have the next generation, or rather, the current generation of Relic to learn about what made these games great in the first place. The immersive cinematic battles, that's literally it. That's literally the singular element that Relic needs to hone into, because they were literally the only ones who made shit like these. Bring that Relic back. We are thirsty for more of these, not cartoony looking graphics with shallow RTS gameplay. We already have StarCraft and Age of Empires for that. Nah, I'm just kidding. Or am I? Aside from the Dawn of War Definitive Edition, Relic is also working on another game called Earth vs. Mars that is slated to release sometime this year, which, I'm not really excited for. But before you go bashing on Relic, this game is a project from their experimental arm, Relic Labs, a smaller team aimed at developing experimental strategy concepts and ideas, which I have to stress is separate from their mainline big strategy development team. But aside from these two games, we really have nothing else to go off of. So basing it on what they're working on right now, it seems that the current post-Sega Relic Entertainment is on research and development mode, which, if they are, is a really good thing for the company. I'm not really hating on Relic, but we can't deny that their most recent mainline titles pretty much mix the mark. Get it? Mix the mark? Okay. So I feel like this is exactly what they need right now. As an independent studio, they now have the golden opportunity to cater to the fans once more and to hone in on what made their older games great in the first place. And even after going through the whole Dawn of War 3 debacle, I'm honestly still looking forward to Dawn of War 4. If the series is now super messy and hard to work with, then I'm also open to a Dawn of War reboot. Obviously, development for Company of Heroes 3 is still ongoing, so we probably won't see another entry to that series for another decade. And I highly doubt that they can overturn the current state of things and transform Company of Heroes 3 into a definitive frontrunner for the franchise, but as always, I would love to be proven wrong. So what comes next after Dawn of War Definitive Edition? I haven't the slightest clue. They could re-explore impossible creatures, maybe make a remake out of it. They could also do a remaster of Dawn of War 2, or even a definitive edition of the first Company of Heroes, but that one's highly unlikely. Or they would probably just introduce a new original IP that they can do whatever they want to it. They could also go and fix up Dawn of War 3, but who am I really kidding with that? There's a higher chance that they get reacquired by Sega than them bothering to fix Dawn of War 3. What a shit show of a game that was. So only time will tell if we're going to see a new renaissance for Relic Entertainment, or if they will go down into the annals of history as a washed-up studio that used to make great games. But I've been yapping for far too long. How about you guys? What do you think the future of Relic looks like? What games are we about to get? Or if you have insider information, just straight up leak it in the comment section down below. This is a safe space after all. I for one am extremely curious with what Relic has in store, but really, I can speculate all I want, but only time will tell. Hit like if you like the video and subscribe for more nuanced and blunt takes on everything video games. See you guys around, and bye-bye for now.
Get your shitty videos right here. Watch more, drop more views. We'll be back with more, so stay tuned to Revo Radio.